now that we added all the new files to our project, we can head over to this tab, and here we can see a list of entries. And just to make this page look a bit more interesting, I've already added some sample data to Firestore. But just to show you that this feature works in real time, I can head back to the jobs page. And here, for example, I can choose the production job, and then I can add a new entry. And then I'm going to select the 6th of August as the date. And here I could clock in, for example, 4 hours and give it a comment of widget tests, like this. And after this is saved to Firestore, I can head back to the entries page, and I can see that a new row is added for the 6th of August, and this shows the correct values. And now that we know that this works, let's start looking at the code for this feature. And the first file that I want to show is the entries page. So I'm going to open this, and here we can see the entries page, which is just a simple stateless widget. And this is created inside this static create method, which returns a provider of entries block with the database as an input. And the entries page is a child of this provider. And the rest of this widget is quite simple, because all we do is to create a scaffold, and inside the body we return a stream builder that takes block.entries_style_model_stream as an input, and we will see how this is constructed later. And then we pass the snapshot to our custom list items builder, and every time we need to build a tile, we return an entries list tile with a model of type entries list tile model. And as we will see, the logic that generates the input stream for this widget is quite complex, but once we have the stream, all we have to do is to return a stream builder and a list items builder to show a list of items. And next, I want to show you how the entries list tile widget looks like. And the first thing that we notice is that this takes a model as a constructor argument, and this model class is defined over here, and it has 4 properties: a leading text, a trailing text, an optional middle text, and an isHeader boolean, which tells us if the widget is a header or not. And if we look at the entries list tile itself, we can see that it uses the various properties of the model to define a row layout like we see over here. In particular, we use model.isHeader to decide the background color of each row, and then we use a row to define a leading, middle, and trailing text widgets. So the leading text represents the job name, the middle text represents the job pay, which is omitted if the rate per hour is 0, and the trailing text represents the total number of hours for the given day. And because the middle text is optional, here I'm using a collection if to only show this text widget if middle text is not null. And just to be clear, here I also have a sized box with a width of 60, and this is to ensure that the middle text is always right aligned with an offset of 60 points from the end of the row. So the main takeaway here is that I have created an entries list tile model class, and this is used to configure an entries list tile stateless widget, which is just a simple row with 3 text widgets and some padding. And because the model object has exactly the properties that are required by the widget, then no custom logic is needed here. And this is really nice. So let's continue on the next video.